Hello YouTube, it is Thursday, July 7th, 2022, 4:55 p.m. So yeah, almost 5 o'clock. I'm leaving for Bullocks way early. I just saw there Priscilla's vehicle. Still here, she's still doing her work from home job. I did finally get a response to her 2 emails. Yeah, as far as like me leaving early, I'm not able to sleep, and I'm so insanely frustrated with her right now. I just don't really feel like being there when she gets off work. At this point, I figure it's more productive for me to head into Bullocks early and work on getting happy, and maybe also work on some music. I do have pencils and blank paper for the books handy. What I don't have is my rechargeable batteries charged up because I still haven't managed to figure out what she's done with my battery charger. Tim, Kimmy's partner, husband, and with karaoke over at Wander Inn, he said if I could make it to his show tomorrow night that he'd have a battery charger for me. So I do have 2 fresh alkalines, and I put fresh alkalines in my main mic like 2 weeks ago, so I should be all right on the battery front. But yeah, I can't believe she's like disappeared with my battery chargers. In fact, I've got 2 battery chargers that I can't seem to find as a result of Priscilla. The one from IKEA, which charges 4 AA's, which I got when I first bought my first set of IKEA AA batteries. Oh man, many years ago. And it always sits in the kitchen near my pencil sharpener. It's kind of like a workstation. Well, before Priscilla's clutter completely overwhelmed it, and all her garbage and food mess and stuff. I'd set that up as a work area where I keep my pencil sharpener and a thing of karaoke pencils, and then my battery charger. And I would always kind of use that as sort of a workstation when I'm heading out to my karaoke show. It's for years, that was something that I'd set up as a work area for myself prior to her invading my apartment. And I think she's been there probably 5 years now. But yeah, prior to her invading my apartment, it's kind of where I set up as sort of ooh, wow. That guy in the red car just totally cut off the guy in the white car. Turning right from turning, I don't know. Oh gosh, killer truck on the left. I'm trying to get on the back to the 143. Hey, if I throw the phone down, it's just because I need both hands on the wheel. I really don't like shooting video this way, but I can't find my phone mount. I took it inside a couple days ago to clean the gooey adhesive part of it that attaches it to the windshield, and I thought I brought it into my bedroom, but I can't seem to find it anywhere. So yeah, that's something I need to find. Still haven't found my iPhone. That's been missing for a while. My new iPhone, my 128 gig that was sold to me as an unlocked phone, but appears to not be an unlocked phone. SIM card. I think my SIM card is still in my glove box. Pretty sure. Still active, prepaid service I paid for, and I'm just not even able to use it. Which is kind of funny because as a result of the fact that I'm using no data and no service, I got an email from Mint Mobile telling me that I could save money by switching to a lower data plan. Oh man, Ryan Reynolds got jokes. Anyway, excuse my shoddy camera work. Like I said, I'm trying to drive and hold this, and I just absolutely hate vertical video, so I'm trying to hold it horizontally, and that's a little extra awkward. But hey, if people with one arm can drive a car, I can drive a car and hold this dang phone. So, and to be fair, I generally drive with one hand anyway. So. Dang, I'm thirsty. I should have got myself something to drink on the way out. I'm trying to remember if I got my Sip and Save drink this morning. I don't think I did. No, I most definitely did not. I did that walk where I was just kind of unloading about my last couple of days with Priscilla and just her playing with my head and with my heart, with the conversations we're having, and just how they all kind of boil down to just lies and lies and lies, and just emphasizing that she doesn't give a fuck about me in any kind of positive way, you know, not the way a good, you know, girlfriend or partner should. So, as I did say, she did respond to my emails. Now, that's really awkward. Like, it took me a while to find the responses, and the time showed that they were sent like at like 10 something this morning, but I didn't see them until after 4. For some reason, emails from her don't go to my inbox, and I don't know what's up with that. It's obviously a Gmail issue. I don't know if Gmail is maybe flagging them as spam or flagging them as promotions. I don't know, or maybe I inadvertently like press something to block it. I mean, I do occasionally activate stuff like that on my phone when I don't want to, just because my fingers are kind of clumsy on touch screens, and you know, all you got to do is touch the wrong part of your screen at the wrong time with a smartphone, and you know, change settings sometimes forever, and it can be very difficult to figure out what setting you've changed and to undo it. It's one of the things I really hate about, you know, the whole smartphone computing platform and touchscreens in general. But anyway, I did see her responses. So basically, we got 2 email conversations going on. The one where I had emailed her regarding, you know, what she owes me for bills, for the gas bill, and for the internet bill she did not pay in full. And then also, you know, asking her, you know, how much since I had inadvertently put one of my bar tabs on one of her accounts that I shouldn't have, asking her, you know, what I owe her for that, because I'm not sure what my bar tab was. Wow, there's a lot of traffic. Of course, it's, you know, pretty much straight up 5 p.m., so this is kind of to be expected. I did check Google Maps traffic before heading out. And yeah, it showed the 202 oddly being pretty smooth, which that wasn't bad at all until right here. I didn't see this congestion, so this must have just happened. It showed pretty much smooth sailing on this ramp, but smooth sailing up the 51. But it also showed that congestion you see off to the left there, right as the 202 was transitioning to the 10. It definitely did show that, and it showed the 10 like all the way through the tunnel, just being, you know, red all the way to the stack at I-17. So definitely going up 51 to Bethany and cutting across in Bethany. That was just a minor bit of congestion. So weird. Suddenly this ramp was congested, and then just like nothing, it's clear again. So I can't believe I misplaced my phone mount. Like, it seems like that would have been something I put in like obvious view. Although I did have an oh look, there's an undercover cop busting somebody. I did have a bit of an existential crisis about 10-15 minutes ago, where oh wow, I'll see that on the right. Somebody smashed through the retaining wall from the other side. I gotta go over there and get some video of that. That looked pretty. In fact, you know, I think I want to do that right now. I'm really curious about that, because it looks funny on this side. Now these walls are, I'm not entirely sure what they're made out of, but I know one of the building materials is actually styrofoam. Believe it or not. I mean, it looks cement. I think there's a cement encasing, but I think the interior is styrofoam, and it's kind of done in chunks. And you could see that where it was smashed out. Of course, I don't know if it's going to be visible in this video. I barely caught it out of the corner of my eye on the right, but I got plenty of time to kill. It's 5 o'clock, and I don't have to be to Bullock's until 8, so I basically got 3 hours to be me. I just don't feel comfortable doing that in my home, as long as Priscilla is still residing there. Yeah, it's like, you know, I wake up, I need to go to the bathroom. She's sitting on my toilet. You know, I constantly hear her blah, 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 blah on her work from home job while I'm trying to sleep. And then, you know, of course, she's I don't have time for any intimacy with you, but she gets up and goes and smokes constantly. She's taking, and that's another thing she's doing that really upsets me. She goes to the front door to smoke, but she doesn't shut the door. So I'm air conditioning running. It's about 108 degrees outside right now, and she's standing outside the front door smoking with the door. It's not wide open, but like it's cracked about 4 inches. Yeah, dude, bitch, air conditioning is on. You don't do that here, especially when you're wanting to like play games about paying the utilities. Now, so I got 2 email chains going on, which I said, which I also mentioned, like I can't. For some reason, I have to search for her emails. They're not showing up in my inbox, which is weird. Like I get plenty of email from everybody else, but yeah, so I sent her the email this morning, right when I left my, like shortly after work at, wow, it's such an odd looking house. I dig it though. I love this neighborhood. I'd love to buy a house in this neighborhood. It's kind of on the ghetto side, but it's got character, and it's in a great central location. Anyway, have I made it to Oak? Yes, I have. Okay, that's where the signs change from dead end to no outlet. I don't know if I've ever vlogged this area here. This is an area I often ride on my scooter, but the vlogs kind of started after I stopped riding the scooters frequently. But as you see, there's like a pedestrian, like right here, this street. It's a through street, but it doesn't go through anymore since they built this freeway. It's one of those, when you hear, oh, poor neighborhoods were separated and destroyed by freeways. Yeah, I guess you could say that this is one of those. But as you see that ramp up there, there's a pedestrian overpass that takes you to the other side of Oak. And on the other side is one of the best damn taco places in the world. Tacos, Huica or Chua, I don't know how to pronounce it, but oh my God, their food is so good. Yeah, it's like literally at 20th Street in Oak, which is right on the other side of the freeway. 20th Street is like the frontage road on the other side. Right here, this is 20th Place. Now, I don't think this existed as a street, before they built the freeway. I think this was just kind of put here as sort of a frontage road after the freeway was built. So I'm looking on the right to see where I'm assuming somebody was on one of these side streets and was hauling ass and just simply didn't. Oh, there it is. All right, I'm not seeing any no parking signs on the right-hand side of the road, so I would assume it is legal to park here. Hopefully nobody rushes up behind me and plows into my car. Wow, this is not quite what I expected. I expected to see it at one of these T intersections, like one of the streets, which are through streets going to the east. I expected to see, like at a T intersection like that, where somebody was just flying down that street and didn't realize that it all ends at a sound wall here because there's a freeway on the other side, and just plowed into it. But no, it's here in the middle of the block. So maybe somebody was going southbound here and didn't notice that it curved to the left and curved to the right, or maybe somebody came out of this alley. But God, who drives that fast down alleys? Although, let me go into the alley a little bit. Yeah, the alley theory sure seems to make sense. But wow, somebody definitely hit this wall with some force on this side. That's wild. I wonder how long it's going to take ADOT to fix this. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what this material is, but it's white and very lightweight. I mean, I guess it's some kind of cast. Here you can see the rebar inside of it, and yeah, it's like cast. I was thinking it was like a foam, but it's some kind of cast. But it's not normal cement. It's definitely something lighter. Yeah, we got there's the 51, a big old hole in the wall. You can see the traffic going by. Potentially a kid or a dog could get through this hole and onto the freeway from this neighborhood, so that's kind of That's kind of sketch. Although, I noticed when I was in Texas that their freeways don't really have any obstruction between the neighborhoods that they go through. Like, there's neighborhoods, and then there's the frontage road, if there's a frontage road, and then there's just grassy landscaping, and then there's freeway. There's no walls or fences or any kind of barrier to kind of stop stray dogs and kids from walking onto the freeway. So I guess by Texas standards, that's a pretty dang good barrier there, even with the big old hole in it. I don't get out to walk around this area often, but one thing's been a recurring subject in my vlogs, but it's been a while since I mentioned it, is the pottery, the Arizona 51 pottery debacle. And I've found very little documentation of it online, but there was a lot of money spent when this freeway was being built on public art for this pottery motif thing. And most of it is in places like this where it can't even be seen. Now, if memory serves, now these sound walls didn't used to be here, and they didn't used to be so tall. If memory serves, the brickwork that you see, not to be confused with the sound wall there, but the brickwork that you see there, that used to be how the wall was. It was only that tall. And then this decorative pottery, as you can see, it used to be a full pot that you could see from the inside of the freeway as well. So they've just left the one piece sticking out and kind of built the wall around it. At least that's how I remember it. If I'm wrong, somebody please correct me, but that's kind of how I remember it being. Because I remember you could, this is decorative and odd. I remember, when you could drive down the 51, and they had this project going on, and you could see a lot of this different pottery, and then one of the local news stations broke like how much Arizona tax dollars were spent on that pottery. And people were pissed, because it was tax dollars that I believe were earmarked for transportation. That's money that's supposed to go to building freeways, improving road, highways, and I think some of that was also supposed to go to public transit. This is a long time ago. We're talking like 1990. I want to say 1992. I'm thinking like 1992 that this happened. Mind you, I'm just going from memories. I'm not looking at any references right now. This is my cloudy, and y'all know how jumbled my brain is. I forget what I'm talking about from one sentence to the next. Which I think is, at this point, considered presidential behavior. So, I should be revered. Although I don't do that nearly as bad as the President of the United States does, but that's a separate tragedy. Anyway, this is neat. This is designated as a bike route, 20th place. I don't know that I've ever walked through here. It seems like a fun time to walk this. Hopefully I lock my car, and hopefully nobody messes with it. I don't think they will, not this time of day. Now, this side of 51, there is a pretty decent bike route that meanders between whatever road that they added when they built the road as a frontage road along the side of the sound wall, and then these paths. So I've said many times, Phoenix is a very bikeable city, although that's a mess left behind probably by a homeless person. That's another mess left behind by a homeless person. I'm thinking. So it's not too bad of a mess. It's just somebody ditched their belongings, and I'm glad I'm not in that. Of all the issues I have with my life, that is not one of them, because it's as I've said many times, I've been homeless before, and it's rough when you're homeless trying to figure out where to put your stuff. It actually looks like somebody's got tools for working and stuff in there, so that's probably somebody that's homeless that's actually trying really hard to get back on their feet. I will say this, as much as I just detest the general homeless population here in Phoenix, and most of them just because they're freaking fentanyl junkies and they're nasty, but when you are down that far, it is very, very difficult to get back up. And that's how it was, 16, 17 years ago, the last time I had to do it. It's way more difficult to get into a home now than it was then. Rents are a lot higher. What landlords are requiring is a lot more. There's the end of this retaining wall, and there's the on-ramp. Got a meter going on, pretty good. And it looks like this just continues on down to Thomas. like where the intersection is for 51 and Thomas, and there's the backside of the Food City. So it's hot out. I'm heading back to my air-conditioned car. I've never walked this path though. This is kind of cool. Good to know this exists. It'll come in handy when it's not so damn hot outside and I have myself another functional electric scooter, or maybe get my bicycle rideable. Those are both things I really miss doing. My car taking good care of me now, and I'm glad I was able to get Rob some money, when he needed it. So he seemed pretty relieved. I told him I'd be by with some more on Saturday. So, for the most part, Rob takes pretty good care of me. I mean, I'm still befuddled at how I ended up going 9 months without a vehicle at all. But since I've got it back, he's been pretty diligent about keeping me going. So, I don't know. It is what it is. The past is done on that, and I just moving forward with Rob. He's still got my other vehicles, and just every day trying to get ahead. At this point, like the biggest frustration in my life, and was kind of become the overwhelming content of this vlog. It's shifted from being frustrated with Valley Metro to being, I got books. What we got here? Arrowhead Mills Cookbook. Interesting. What's up? I guess that guy's stuff. He actually seems like a decent guy. Hopefully he's able to get his shit together. It's a rough world out here. Clearly they don't want people walking on this side of the street because they didn't put a sidewalk here. But there's shade on this side of the street, and the sun is really hot on the other side of the street. So as I said, this street was put in when the freeway was built as just sort of a frontage road. This wasn't an original street in this neighborhood. And you can kind of tell by like how this property, it's hard to say whether that property was expanded to go to the road, or if that's actually an ADOT easement, and his property line just goes straight north and south. Kind of hard to tell by what's there. Looks like it could be either way. I certainly know if I owned a house like that, I would do what I could to try to get that easement to become my property. And I actually have a friend who did something like that in Scottsdale. It's funny, they own a portion of the road next to their home, and they store vehicles there, and they've had times where they've had problems with the police, where the police have given them tickets for being illegally parked on the road because they'll have a double, other vehicles side by side on it, and they haven't changed it. It still looks like it's a street, but I mean they own it. It's their private property, and they've actually had to go to court and show the documentation, and be like, hey, this is our private property. This cop has no business writing tickets on our private property. Anyway, fun times. I don't know. Hard to say what I do with it, but I do miss having my own property. Although, I might be just as happy in my rental place if I could just get that frustrating woman who is so messy and can't even take care of nice gifts from her other boyfriend out of there. So, anyway. That's a fun diversion. I sure did a number on that wall. What the heck is this? It's like wires here. Looks like it was added for landscaping, like maybe they had vines growing up it at one time. Whoa, almost didn't know. Whoa, what is it? Wow, this is weird. A whole bunch of those like Mexican candles there. And they had a temple to somebody that died here, I'm guessing. That guy's got a barking dog. Tiring of that. Man, I gotta get me my sip and save drink. I'm freaking thirsty. Trying to think where the nearest Circle K is to here. I'm down at Palm Lane. I'm debating as to whether I want to cut back north or south. So from Palm Lane is a quarter mile street. So that means it's exactly a quarter mile south to, and sort of like a minor thoroughfare. It means it's exactly a quarter mile south to McDowell. or a 3/4 of a mile north of Thomas. I think I'm going to go on down to McDowell. It's a little out of the way, but since I'm only a 1/4 mile away, and it's a lot easier to turn right on McDowell than it is left on Thomas during rush hour traffic. Drawing a blank on where Circle K's are over here. Oh, I'm trying to think if there's a Circle K on 24th Street. I don't want to go any further east though. I'm trying to go west. I'm just going to turn right here and then turn right again onto all these little neighborhood libraries. I don't know anybody that really uses them, but I think they're neat. Another one of those quick quack car wash. I forget what the heck used to be there, but as memory serves, it was commercial buildings that had been sitting vacant for a long time. So kind of nice to see something new there. I mean, I like to see old buildings renovated, but those, as I recall, those buildings were in pretty rough shape, and I don't recall any viable businesses being in them for any time recently. Man, I am crazy thirsty. Kind of kicking myself in the ass for not just grabbing a beverage out of the fridge, because I had plenty of beverages in the fridge. I'm not thinking of a Circle K going down. Actually, I think there is a Circle K on 16th and McDowell, but it's on the left side of the road. I'm trying to get more north, so I think I'm just gonna take advantage of that free flow exit. And there's that bike route that I was on. Kind of curious if it has any connectivity going south. I don't think it does. So anyway, the emails from Priscilla. The one where I had totaled up what she still owed me for her share of the gas bill, for last month's bill and this month's bill, which has already already been paid by me, and then also the I hate these stupid meters. It's hard to see those lights from my driver's seat. The one about the bills, she said that she overpaid last month. She said that she overpaid last month. That she doesn't owe me anything more because she overpaid last month. I vaguely remember that she did, but I don't think it was any significant amount. Like I think she overpaid like maybe $5. So if I'm doing the math right in my head, because she overpaid $5 last month, that she thinks that she should not pay me. Let's see, the internet bill is $92 minus $40, so $9,866. So $52 that she'd still owe me for the internet, and then another roughly $20 for the gas. So about $70. So because she overpaid me somewhere between $5 and $10, she thinks she should not pay me $70. That's me doing the math in my head. I do need to reply to that email and just let her know that I vaguely recall her overpaying, and that I'll do the math and figure that out and recalculate her total. By the way, I still need to know what my bar tab for the Hideaway was, because obviously that's a factor in there. And I told her that I don't know what that is, and she didn't include that in her email response to me. And I mean, obviously she knows how much it is, because she said she saw it apparently in her credit card app or something. She got something that told her that I had used it at the Hideaway. So Wow, I just got an interesting idea. Oh, I'm not sure, but I think my Cox internet bill has probably already come out. I forget exactly when it comes out. Generally, I pay it when I get a notice that says it's due in 7 days, and I'm like, oh, it's due. And I usually pay it, within a couple days of receiving that notice. That's generally the way I do it, but they usually send me an email 2-3 weeks before that, either saying what the bill is or saying that it's available to view at cox.com, and they give me a link. Anyway, I'm wondering, since I still have that credit card for her account, if I could just use that and go pay next month's internet with it. That would help solve that problem a little bit. Just pay it forward. Of course, then I guess I might feel obligated to keep her there for another month, but if memory serves, that bill is actually for July internet. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna try to do that. That sounds like a great idea. I'm not sure how late the Cox store is open. I'm not sure if it closes at 5. It's 5:26 right now. So I messing with my head every time I look at the dashboard clock down there, having to add 2 minutes to it. That thing just keeps terrible time. And the funny thing is, when I originally set it, I had to subtract, roughly a minute from it. Like it was running a little fast, like not a full minute fast, but now it's just a little bit shy of 2 minutes behind. Okay, my brain is, the voices in my head are telling me there's a Circle K up ahead on the right. So those voices are usually right. Vote Al Jones, Arizona State Senate. I have no idea who that guy is. I kind of expect whoever's running for Senate this year is just going to get reelected, whether it's Mark Kelly or whether it's Kirsten Sinema. And as much as I'm not down with most Democrats, I feel generally okay about Kirsten Sinema. I feel she's done a good job of putting Arizona ahead of party, and God knows Arizona. So many Arizona Republicans are not good candidates. So there's that. Cat's Bar still closed, still sitting empty. That was a place that said they were going to hire me for karaoke, and then they hired Elite Karaoke, but then went out of business like 3 weeks after Elite started. So kind of dodged a bullet on that one. Seems weird seeing the building still there and not still there. It's still looking like Cats, but closed and stuff. Hey, look, it's another Amazon locker. That voice in my head was right, and there's Circle K right here. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this up right now because I'm at 33 minutes, but I'm gonna start another video soon. Anyway, thanks for coming with me. I do want to finish saying what I was saying about the emails from Priscilla. So yeah, the one's just she didn't give me the amount that I'd asked for of what was my bar tab, because obviously I owe you that. She didn't give me that amount, but she just said that I overpaid, so I don't owe you anything. I don't know. That's going to require me sitting down and looking at a lot of banking stuff and doing math. But I'll do it, because obviously, it's possible she doesn't have all the numbers to do it. But I do need to respond to her and let her know that I need that number regarding that. Now, the other one, I had emailed back her ridiculous reply as to why as to why she left my mailbox key and why she had my mailbox key at the bar. And now I forget what all I wrote her. I did write kind of a lengthy email, not like a long email, but probably two short paragraphs, something that should take any competent person less than a minute to read. But her response to that was that she wasn't gonna read my ridiculous long email, and then I forget what she said after that, because I wasn't gonna read her ridiculous short email that replied to my not really long email. And it kind of, wow, I was able to stop my alarm without stopping the video. Good times. Because lately, when the alarm goes off, I end up losing my video. The video stops. So, yeah, it's about right. You know, I mean, she says she wants to, have conversations with me, and that I don't tell her stuff. But yet, when I do tell her stuff, she doesn't listen. And here, I actually take the time to write her, and she can't be bothered to read it. I don't have time to read that. Really, because it seems you have time to be gone all morning and all night. And it seems that you have time to go out constantly and smoke cigarettes. Are you not capable of reading an email while you smoke a cigarette? I mean, I don't smoke, but it seems like that's something a normal person would be able to multitask. Anyway, I'll be back with more. Thanks for coming on the drive.